You feel trapped by other people's expectations. You've spent too long living under the weight of what someone else expects from you. All these different expectations can affect our choices, our actions, and even our dreams. But what about what you want? I'll show you what I did. Do these exercises with me, and you will be empowered in less than 5 minutes. Let's go. Download the free exercise files on lifehb.com. We're going to start with identifying and questioning the expectation. So you want to write down that specific expectation and write down who that person is and what do they expect from you. Now you want to reflect on whether this expectation has been clearly and specifically, explicitly stated to you, or is it a perceived expectation? Did they really say that? Or do you think that they expect that from you? You want to make a difference here. So you go to that person and confirm with that person if that expectation is true or still relevant. The next thing we want to do is assess the personal importance and consequences of the demand. So rate the importance of this expectation to you and put it on a scale from 1 to 10. Reflect on why. Be honest here. Do you really care about what they expect from you or not at all? Visualize and describe the potential consequences for you if you do not meet this expectation. What's going to happen to you if you don't do it? Are you going to feel better? Are you going to feel relieved? Write that down. What is it for you? The next thing you want to do is to describe the consequences for you if you force yourself to do this. What's going to happen to you if you force yourself to meet this expectation? Are you going to feel awful? Are you going to feel resentful? Or are you going to be okay? Write it down. The next thing we're going to do is to go to that person, have a conversation. Ask the person to rate the importance of that expectation to them. It might be a 10, it might be a 2. You need them to tell you. Now you want to clearly state your own rating and explain to them why prioritizing your well-being is important to you. So discuss the potential consequences for you if you don't meet their expectations. And you want to emphasize your need for self-care. Now what we're going to do is to decide and plan our actions. So you want to make a clear decision to fully accept, compromise, or refuse the expectation based on how that would make you feel, how it's going to serve your well-being or not. And you want to communicate this clearly to that person. So if you choose to compromise, for example, you might want to articulate clearly how far you're willing to go and clearly state what that limit is for you. Now, doing this is not easy, so you'll get better at it each time you do it. So let's define a clear aim and direction for improvement. Step 1, describe your current self. Where are you now? For example, I think different people expect different things from me. I don't like the idea of disappointing them. Step 2, you want to define what better looks like for you. You want to visualize and describe an improved version of yourself. So, for example, I prioritize what's good for me, and I will not do things that aren't good for my well-being. Step 3, you want to define 1 or 2 small actions that allow you to go from your current self to your future self, your better self. So you want to write that down in the intersection. For example, I will ask people if what I think they expect from me is actually true. And you let them validate that. Another example, I will let people know when I rate their expectation very low, how that impacts my life in a negative way. Try this for yourself. I did this, so you can do this too. My name is Chris Kasonga. Keep living an empowered life. Yeah!